Today, I'm going to show you how to develop arm weight so that you can achieve a beautiful singing tone at the piano. Utilizing the weight of the arm will allow you to play with a beautiful singing tone at the piano. So let's get started. Here's what I mean by the term arm weight. Each of the individual fingers in your hand has a different amount of natural strength. The thumb and index finger are strong, the pinky and fourth finger are weak. Each arm, however, is a big and heavy appendage to your body, and it weighs, if you're an adult, between about 7 and 10 pounds depending on your build. And yes, I did have to look up that little fact. The idea behind weight transfer is that you transfer the weight from the naturally heavy arm into the fingertips, thereby compensating for the fact that some fingers are weaker than others. Using the weight of the arm behind the hand has the effect of equalizing the different fingers. The interesting thing to notice is that the playing mechanism goes from the largest muscles to the smallest muscles. It goes from our back, our shoulders, our upper arm, our forearm, and our wrist and fingers. And each set of muscles is smaller the lower down you get. The playing mechanism encompasses all of those muscles working together. I often see people thinking of their playing mechanism starting at their hand or wrist, which leads to isolating the fingers, which is one of those 3 principles here that we don't want to do. Instead of that, I find it's more helpful to think about your fingers as an extension of your whole arm, as we talked about in my video on alignment. So here's a question. Why do we pianists even want to play with arm weight? The piano is by definition a percussion instrument. It has hammers that come up to hit the strings for each individual note. However, a lot of times when we play at the piano, we want to emulate the sound of a human voice as much as possible. And so what we're trying to do at the piano is defy the nature of the instrument. We want to create a long singing line from an instrument that only plays one individual note at a time. So the key to developing the ability to play the piano with the illusion of a singing sustained tone is to develop freedom in your arm and play with a loose, heavy arm. I'm going to show you a series of 5 progressive exercises that are designed to let you experience how it feels to have a totally heavy arm and relaxed shoulder. I have found that some of my students find this exercise to be a revelation because they're so unused to playing with a truly relaxed arm. So if this is you, keep watching, and I recommend that you repeat these exercises daily for a while until you really get used to how it feels. Here are the 5 steps we're going to go through. Step 1 is releasing shoulder tension. Step 2, feeling the range of motion in the shoulders. Step 3, experiencing heavy swinging arms with relaxed muscles. Step 4, teaching your fingertips to support the weight of your arm. Step 5, playing individual notes, checking for a loose arm after each one. Step 1 is releasing shoulder tension. I have 2 exercises we're going to do here real quick. The first one is raise your shoulders to your ears and then drop. Again, raise your shoulders to your ears and drop. As you raise your shoulders, inhale and then exhale. And make sure that you keep your fingers loose. That's very important for this exercise. One more time. And drop. The second exercise is shoulder circles. We're going to go forward with the shoulders, then up, back, and around. Forward, up, back, and around. Forward, back, up, and around. And then we'll go the other direction, back, up, forward, and around. Again, keeping your fingers loose and relaxed and feeling a heavy arm. Step 2 is feeling the range of motion in your shoulders. For this exercise, we're going to lift our arms this way, then turn your palms up, then go out with your arms, in with your arms, palms down and down. And you'll inhale as you raise your arms, exhale as you move your arms out, inhale as you move your arms in, exhale as you move your arms down. This is designed to feel and expand the rotation and motion of the shoulder in the shoulder girdle. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Step 3 is experiencing heavy, loose arms with relaxed muscles. For this step, we're going to hinge at the waist and then dangle your arms in front of you, kind of like elephant trunks or ropes hanging from your shoulders. And just let them swing with loose hands and fingers and feel how relaxed that is and how the arms are just dangling from the shoulders. You're not engaging your bicep or your tricep. Step 4 involves teaching your fingertips to support the weight of your arm. For this exercise, I'm going to sit at the keyboard and I'm going to close the fall board to the piano. Now, feel your arm relaxed and heavy at your side and bring it up to the keyboard and rest the hand on the fall board on the third set of knuckles. So this is first, second, third. On this set of knuckles, you're going to feel the weight of your arm hanging from there. Your arm should be heavy and your shoulders should be relaxed. Now take your other hand and go underneath the hand and push the weight forward onto the fingertips. You want to be sure not to engage your bicep or tricep. This work is happening in the hand and you're pushing the weight forward and your fingertips become firm and you feel the weight of the arm balancing on the fingertips. The key here is that you don't want to press. You should just feel like you're standing on the fall board, and that's going to be the feeling you have when you're at the bottom of the key. Okay, we're going to repeat this with the other arm. So loose and heavy arm. Now bring it up to the fall board, rest on the knuckles. Take your other hand, push the weight forward onto your fingertips, feel like you're balancing the fingertips, and then check that your arm is loose and that your shoulder is relaxed. It looks the same whether you're pressing or not, so you really have to pay attention to how it feels inside your hand and make sure you're relaxing your hand and just resting on the bottom of the key. Step 5 is playing individual notes, checking for a loose arm after each one. So for this exercise, we'll play individual notes and we're going to check for tension in your arm and elbow. So we're going to start with a basic 5-finger pattern. I'm going to start with my thumb on the C above middle C, and it's going to be a basic 3-step process. The first step is drop in, second is check for tension, and the third step is release. I'm going to start with my thumb on the C above middle C and do a 5-finger pattern. We're going to drop in, check for tension, and release. Second note, drop in, check for tension, and release. Drop, check, release. Drop, check, release. Drop, check, release. If your elbow is tight, you won't be able to move it. You'll feel the muscle tension there. And so you're going to do that in the left hand too. So I'm going to start with the C below middle C. So drop, check, release. 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 What we want to get away from is playing with high shoulders and a tense arm. A lot of people play with high shoulders all the time. This is what we're retraining and getting away from. Doing this work helps with our 3 principles, especially number 1, which says don't isolate your fingers. We're using the arm to put the fingers down. And number 3, which is let go of the instrument. Once the finger is down, we're just resting at the bottom of the key. Now that you know the fundamentals on how to develop arm weight, you can start right away and apply this to anything you're playing. If the experience of having a loose arm and relaxed shoulders feels new to you, I suggest going through these steps every day for a while until you are able to consciously release tension in your arm and relax your shoulder when you play the piano. Learning how to play the piano using arm weight will transform your experience at the piano. It'll help you play with much more ease, and it will also help you be able to produce a beautiful singing tone. I've created a free downloadable companion guide for this series on technique, and I've put a link to it in the description below, so feel free to grab it. In my next video, I'm going to continue this lesson where I'll discuss the idea of weight transfer. But if you don't want to wait a week and want to go back and start from the beginning of this series on technique, click on the video you see on your screen now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time, and happy practicing.